My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be testing out the Morphe 35I Icy Fantasy palette. I'm so excited. Yeah, I know, originally I wasn't going to get this, or originally I was, then I wasn't, and now here it is because I got a good deal on it. Don't judge. Literally everything in here looks beautiful. I know this is filled with a whole bunch of colors and pastels, but my first look with it is actually going to be a smoky eye. I know, but I want to test out the pressed glitter, and I feel like that's what would look best, and that's how I would use this. Once we do the smoky eye, then we'll dive into all the rainbow colors. I think I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer with Secret Escape, which is this very pale pink, almost beige peach. I don't know. I'm going to use my dollar store brush, and as per usual, I have this eye primed, this eye not, and my eyes are still a little stained from a look I did yesterday with a different palette. So I'm just going to do from crease to brow bone as I usually do. Next I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into this gray lavender shade called Deliver Shiver. This one. Let's see what it can do. This is going to be my transition shade. I'm just going to blend it upward a little bit. With anything that's lighter here, I mean, these are meant to be like pastel washed out kind of colors. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to really, pack them on and not use my usual method. I was hoping I'd be able to use my usual method, but don't think that's going to work. So that's my usual method, kind of just applying and blending almost at the same time, and then doing a little bit more blending at the end. So I think instead I'm going to have to take my Ivy White crease brush. I'm going to go back into that color and pack it in first. It's an interesting color. It's like a stormy sky. So once I've done that, I'm going to clean off the brush and just blend out the edges. And I feel that that worked better. However, I have to say, on the eye without the primer, I'm definitely struggling a little more. The funny thing is, I really think you can get quite a few neutral looks out of this if you use some of the like taupes and like deeper shades. What I'm gonna do next is go in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and go into Arctic Abyss, which is this like charcoal gray muted black. I think calling this any kind of black is a stretch, but that's gonna go right in my crease. And I'm just gonna pack that in there. And then I'm cleaning the brush off. I'm just going to blend out the edge of that just a little bit. There are so many interesting colors here. Like this one here, Cosmic Cool. It's like a cool toned gray purple. It's really pretty. I think I'm going to use that one. Ooh, it feels nice. Okay, so I'm going to use that on the outer third of my eye. Okay, not applying as well as I thought it would based on the texture, but it's getting there. Got a little carried away on this side. I'm gonna just do a little bit of cleanup. All right, now let's see what this glitter feels like. It's called Frost Bright. and it's a silver glitter. Ooh, it's pretty. I'm gonna try it without glitter glue and just see what happens. Ooh, it's really pretty, but I don't think it's gonna stay put. I'm just gonna kind of fade it into that Cosmic Cool color. Press it in the best I can. Very pretty, but like I said, I don't think it's gonna stay put, except for like right there where I don't want it. By the way, you're probably not supposed to use that on your eye, or some of the other ones. Yeah, there are a bunch of them that are not supposed to be used on your eyes. Obviously, I'm going to do it anyway. But ironically, this one is not one of those shades. Anyway, next I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, going back into Cosmic Cool. That's a lot. And I'm going to put that underneath, maybe a third of the way in, a third to a half of the way in. I do wish that shade had a little more punch to it, but I mean, this is again, a pastel palette. I think for the inner portion, I'm going to use Brrr-illiant, this one over here. I don't know if you can tell how sparkly it is. It's beautiful. I guess it's like a white shimmer. Oh, this one might be one of those toppers. The texture is almost like a little putty. So I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. But I'm wondering if I should just use my finger. Yeah, let's use my finger. Oh yeah. That's like a slippery little putty-like thing. I don't think I've ever tried that texture from Morphe before. Oh, I made a mess. Oops. Oh no, that's so much. Darn it. It's okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna use So Surreal as my brow bone highlight. And that looks like this. I don't think you can see. This one has a little bit of a shimmer and sparkle to it. It looks like it might be like a holographic pink or purple. I'm using my dollar store brush to just put that on my brow bone. Where is it? Not a fan of that one. Let's see, does it look any different on my Yeah. No, you can't see it. It's definitely an iridescent, like pink purple. Let me see if I can, yeah. That's better if I use my finger. It's not a unique color. You've definitely seen this before. And you definitely have to apply with a finger, I would say. That's this silk slip topper thing. I gotta play around more with those as I go further with this palette, because that didn't go the way I planned. Does it ever go the way I plan? I really don't think that's gonna come off too easily, so I'm just gonna try and make it look like I meant to do this and just kind of spread it around right in this area of my eye. That could be a look, right? You can't even see it that much in the camera. But in person, believe me, you can see it. It looks like I have a high impact glitter gel all over my face. It's okay, it's something different. Let me tell you, if there's ever such a thing as a pastel smoky eye, I think this is it. Alright, so yesterday's look, the glitter wore fantastically. I was very surprised. The rest of the shadows did fade a little bit. I mean, they still looked okay at the end of the day, but they did fade a little bit. You're going to see this video much later, but today is Mardi Gras. So I'm going to do a look that is yellow, green, and purple. I'm going to start with my dollar store brush, and I think I'm going to set my eyeshadow primer with Whiteout, which is just the matte white. Do I really have to put my hair back? My bangs are short enough. You could see what I'm doing, right? I'm too lazy. And I did prime both eyes because I definitely, well, you know what? Even though there wasn't that much difference at the end of the day between the two eyes, I didn't care for the difference in application. Next, I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Wishful, which, I'm just going to hit myself with this palette. I hesitate to call it a yellow. It has like a little bit of green to it, I think. And I'm going to put this on the inner third of my eye. Or the inner third of my crease anyway, and kind of blend it upwards. I think you can see this is very like powdery and chalky. I'm hoping that this look will still come out nice. I'm going to change over to my IBY crease brush and see if I can instead kind of pack and press that in. I think I'm going to stick with this brush. Next I'm going to use Echo, which is this pastel lime. It's very pretty. And I'm going to put that next. So like the middle third of my crease. I don't know if you can see that much difference between these two shades. I'm also wondering if that white base was a bad idea or would it be worse without it. Then I'm going to take Chill Thrill, which I think this is one of the most popular shades in the palette. It's an aqua mint pastel. Having a little trouble getting it to pick up actually. And then I'm going to put that on the outer third of the crease. I think, where is it? Guys, I'm so sad. This is not going how I expected. I was hoping that I would finally get some good pastels. But also maybe pastels are just not my thing. I'm just going to blend out the edge a little bit with a clean brush. Then I'm going in with Snow Glow, which is this yellow shimmer, like a pale yellow. I think it's the lighting in my room. I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of blue in that. I think it's just the lighting in my room. I'm going to put this on the inner third of my lid. So like some of it's coming off my finger and some of it isn't. I feel like this is so unflattering on me. It's making me look like really pale. I mean paler than usual. And like accentuating like all the lines and dryness. Next I'm gonna go in with Thaw Yeah, which is the shimmery mint. And oh wait, oh darn it, the mint is over here. Oh well, I'm gonna put the mint in the middle. I wonder if a glitter glue would help this any, like with the color. Because I mean, that was this one. Like maybe I would expect that one to look like that, but that was this one. I'm gonna use Dreamer, which that was supposedly a popular shade in the palette too. I'm going to put that on the outer third. No. And kind of blend it into the mint because purple and mint totally blend together. Then I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. And I'm going to take that same Dreamer shade, right? Dreamer? Yeah. And I'm going to try to pack that in to my crease. All the way across. I really wanted this to go well, and it's not going well. I was hoping for like, you know, like a graphic liner kind of effect, and it just looks like an unblended mess. So I'm going to try to blend it in instead. I wonder if like a sticky base would help with any of this. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take a break to put Brrr-illiant, that one from yesterday, just on my cheekbones as a highlighter, because I think it's really pretty. Alright, I think to finish, there's no saving this, I don't think. So I started taking Dreamer, apparently I wasn't recording, with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm just trying to put that on the outer third of my lower lash line. I did look in my bathroom in the natural lighting, and yeah, this Dreamer shade is a really pretty shade, but overall I'm not liking how the shadows are performing and how the look is going. Yesterday's look definitely went better, and I mean, I know they're pastels, but still I feel like, I don't know, shouldn't there be more pigment to them? I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, here's another thought I'm having. On one hand, I'm thinking someone with a deeper skin tone than me, is this going to show up? On the other hand, though, I'm thinking, is it because I'm so light, there's not enough contrast, and that these actually are pretty pigmented, and that you need a deeper skin tone to really see them? I don't know. So then I'm going to take Dazed, which is that other light green shimmer. And I'm going to put that in the middle. I feel like that's just making a mess, so I'm going to go in with my finger instead. Yay, there's a little bit of color there. And then I guess I'll take the yellow again, Snow Glow. Put that on the inner third of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take Flash Freeze, which is a very light white mint. I'm guessing it's probably going to be like the So Surreal shade that was like the pink purple iridescent. Yeah. And I'm going to put that on my inner corner. I feel like this palette is probably better as like accents to other palettes, other colors, and not just from Morphe, just anything. So like, I feel like this has a lot of interesting inner corner highlights, or brow bone highlights, or cheekbone highlights, or something to like make the like a halo eye really luminous in the middle, something like that, because otherwise it's not doing much, unfortunately. I really am sad about that. I can't believe that I liked a neutral-ish pastel smoky eye better than something with some yellow, green, and purple. So the mascara definitely helped, but I still look like a washed out Easter egg. Granted, purple and green don't blend the best, but I still think this could pack more punch even for being pastels. I feel like I look like I either played around with some kids' makeup Or, I mean, is this really what they mean when they say like a watercolor, wash of color, subtle touch of color kind of look? Alright, so yesterday's look, it's hard to tell if it faded or not because it was so light to begin with. I think it did fade a little bit. I didn't notice any creasing, but yeah, I was so disappointed in that look. So hopefully today's look will be better. I do have both eyes primed, but I'm not setting my eyeshadow primer this time. I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into this interesting shade called Get Fresh. It's like a very pale peach, almost yellow, and it's got some sparkles running through it. I don't know if those will stay. I hope they do, but they probably won't. So I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Oh boy. I might as well have set my eyeshadow primer with this. So that's basically what's happening, because there's not much pigment here. Next I'm going into Coral Cloud, which is this, peachy pastel orange color. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of the crease. Okay, at least I see something happening. Next I'm going to use Sky High, which is this pinky coral matte. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of the crease. I'm thinking that this may ultimately be something that I'll enjoy more in combination with other palettes, but I'm wondering if that will even work, because these are like so light and I don't know, the formula is questionable. Would they even work with any other eyeshadows, or would they just blend into nothing and be overpowered? I mean, it's there. I'm going to clean off my brush and see if I can just blend out the top a little bit, but there's like no happy medium here. I either blend too much or not at all. I'm going to switch to my IBY crease brush and go into Dreamer, that matte purple from yesterday. And I'm going to put that on the outer third once again of the crease. I'm going to clean that off, try to blend out the top, and just push it into the pink. Alright, then I'm going to take Holothermia, this shade here. It's like a warmer purple. I feel like these shades never apply how I want them to. Yeah, it's like slightly, I guess, iridescent, or I don't know what to call that. It wants to have like a little blue shift, but it's not quite there. I'm gonna put that on the outer third of my lid. Then I'm going in with Soar, which is a coral shimmer. I feel like this is similar to one of the shades from the 35B that I enjoy using. I'm going to put this in the middle of the lid and try to blend it into that purple. And then I'm going to take Imagine, which is this pale baby pink shimmer. Maybe not even, like super pale, like we're talking Ofra's Pillow Talk highlighter, but even less. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of the lid. And blend it into the coral. I like this look better, but it's still, this is just like super light and a little chalky. Then I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going to use Spellbinding, which is a lavender shimmer. And I'm going to see if I can put that all the way across my lower lash line. Forget it, I'm going to use my finger. That's what it looks like. I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point. So there is this interesting shade here called Rosy Haze, and I think it's one of those topper things again. So I want to see, like, what does that do? What does it look like? Not much. I mean, I will do swatches, but oh, yeah. Doesn't. Let me see if I could put a little bit on the outer corner of the lower lash line just to see what it does. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. Really try to dig in there. And try to put that on the outer corner. I mean, I see the tone changing. I don't know if you can see that. It's getting to be more of a rosy tone. Let me tell you, this topper has more pigment than some of the regular eyeshadows in here. I am going to try with my pinky now, just to see if there's any difference. Yeah, a little. I would think though, like a topper would have more like shine or sparkle to it, and I feel like, with the exception of this one here that I like, that's not happening. And just because I like that one, I'm going to use my dollar store brush and see if I can apply it as a brow bone highlight. Did I do that already? I don't remember. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. It's not a look for everyone, because I know a lot of people don't like glitter all over, but I like this. And it's all in my eyebrows. I don't even care. And for the heck of it, I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, and I'm going to put some of that Brrr-illiant shade in the inner corner. Like, that's pretty and all, but I'm going in with my finger. And we're gonna really make that pop. Yeah. I'm not even a big fan of inner corner highlights. I just do it sometimes to do something different, and because I know a lot of other people like them. But I just love this shade so much. I'm also gonna put more on my brow bone with my finger. Yeah. Try to blend it in, but I think it's kind of just glitter all over now, which is fine with me. Alright, so the more I play with this look, like, it's cute. I feel like a little fairy. I've been watching a lot of the Winx Club old 4Kids dub lately from my childhood, so I think they would approve. But I guess the lid isn't so bad, but the crease is like, it's just like not there. And I guess if I were to do this again, I would want, I would use something else, like not this palette. I would use something else maybe in the crease, something a little deeper to just make this pop a little more. And I don't think I would do the the glitter up here again, because that did not blend at all. Can you see the line where the glitter stops? So a little more of an editorial look, I think, but at least it was better than yesterday's look. And also, like I said, if there's something I'm doing wrong, if there's something that I could be doing better to get better results with this palette, please do let me know. Alright, so yesterday's look, again, it's hard to tell whether it faded or not because it was so light to begin with. There wasn't really any creasing. It did look a little dry in some spots. Still gonna just keep going, keep trying. So I've really been wanting to play with these two blue shades here. I remember when I swatched them in store, when that was a thing, pre-pandemic. Those were two of the ones I was most interested in. I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it and go into the Blue, which is an interesting pastel blue. Don't know how to describe it. It's not quite periwinkle, maybe more of a cornflower, I don't know. And I'm going to put that in my crease, possibly as a transition shade. And I have both eyes primed and neither of them set. Just trying to blend out the top a little bit. As per usual, the blending is better in person than in camera. But like I said before, there's like no happy medium with these shades. They either don't blend at all or they blend into nothing. It's a very pretty shade, but I do think my Colourpop Blue Moon palette does a better job, even though I wasn't 100% thrilled with that palette either. I think I like this tone better, but the formula, I just don't know. Next, I'm taking my IBY crease brush and I'm gonna go into Hush, which is this interesting beigey taupe color. I'm gonna see if I can put that even deeper in the crease to deepen up the blue a little bit. Deepen up. I feel like all I'm doing is dulling it down. I wonder what this shade here does. Starlit? It's like a blue, gray, green. Is this a topper? Yeah, it's another one of those topper things. I don't know how I feel about those. Okay, what I'm going to do is take this shade called Charmed. I know it's a brown shimmer, but look, it has like these little blue like glitters in it. And I think that's really interesting. I think that's pretty. So I'm gonna try, I don't know if the blue glitters are gonna stay. But I'm gonna put that on the outer third of my eye as more things fall off my dresser. That is really pretty. All right, then I'm gonna go into Cold Snap, which is this super pretty blue that I don't have anything like. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Again, it's not quite periwinkle, but it's not quite aqua either. It's like a blend between the two. Very pretty. I'm gonna put this on the inner 2/3 of my lid. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love it. And I'm gonna blend that into the brown. I love that, especially with that brown. That is really, really pretty. I think if I were to do this again though, maybe I would try putting the brown a little bit in the crease. You know what, maybe it's not too late. I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and go into that Charmed brown shade. Let me see if I could put a little bit in the crease. This is just like personal preference. If I have a dark like outer corner, then I want the crease to be darker too. I'm just gonna make sure I get in this little gap here. That's not the eyeshadow's fault. That's just because I applied it all with my fingers. I'm gonna clean that off and just fix it up a little bit. Okay, really loving this look and really loving those shades. I'm going in with my dollar store brush next, and I'm going into Euphoria, which I think is either a topper or one of those iridescent shades that we've seen already, except this one is a bluish one. I say bluish because it seems to have a little bit of like violet in it. I'm gonna use that as my brow bone highlight. Let's touch it. That is a topper. Let me see if I can kind of just, not that this worked yesterday, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the brow bone with my finger and try my best to blend it together. Inner corner highlight, I'm going in with Fierce Flurry, which is basically this one but a little bit lighter and a shimmer. So a nice taupe beige. I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. And just gonna place it there. Not what I would normally do with this, but like I said, let's just use the rest. Okay, not that impressed. That should be better. Much better. Then I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm gonna go into Below Zero, which is this very washed out gray matte. It's hard to tell what did that because I did drop this palette. Like I mentioned earlier, it was one of the things that fell off my bench onto the floor. I'm just pressing it back together. That being said though, this does seem like a very soft powdery shade. So I'm gonna put that right underneath my entire lower lash line. And I'm gonna be a lot more careful with it now. I think that has more pigment than some of the other ones did, actually. Then I'm going to take same brush and Avalanche, which is like a burgundy shimmer, or is this a topper? What is that? What kind of shade is that? It's like a rosy beige with a shimmer in it. I thought it was going to be darker than that. Okay, well, we're going to take it anyway, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner of my lower lash line. That is not working. Can you see it a little bit? Not really. Let me use my finger. See if we can get some more pigment going. Not really. Why am I surprised? I shouldn't be. I really just... Who is this palette for? That's what I want to know. I'm sure it's for someone, but apparently it's not for me. I'm giving up on the brushes. I'm gonna go in with Black Ice, which is a bluish gray shimmer. That looks like it's nice and pigmented. That's gonna go in the middle of the lower lash line. Yeah, this is a nice one. Wait a minute, did I try this green topper? Darn it, I can't remember. Dazed? No, Mystical. Mystical? Alright, let me find a spot for it. I'm going to... Ooh, that one, I don't know if you can tell. It almost has like a purple flip to it. Yeah, it definitely does. I see it on my finger. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of my lower lash line. Very pretty. And then finally I'm going to go in with Starlit And I think I'm gonna put that, I don't know where else to put it. This suddenly became like the 25 eyeshadow challenge. I guess I'll put it in the middle here. That's pretty. Alright, so to end the video, I'm going to swatch the palette, and I think we all know how I feel about it by now. There are definitely some winners in this palette, but for the most part, they fall short in my opinion. I absolutely love the look that I came up with today, but is this look worth the $35? I don't think so. Again, I got mine on sale. I guess I can't be too disappointed because, like I said, I basically got a 3-for-1 deal, and the 3 in the deal were the Hotspot palette, which I did not try out yet, the 35V Stunning Vibes palette, which I don't know if that video is up yet or not, but spoiler alert, I really like it, and then this one. So I got a good deal overall, because there are a few shades in this palette that I really love, and I really like one of the other palettes, and if I like the third one, even better, but I definitely wouldn't pay the $35 for this palette on its own. Everything's falling. So here are all the swatches. I really do love this look though. I know I said I looked like one of the fairies from the Winx Club yesterday. Now I feel like Icy. I remember a couple videos ago I said I don't understand why people don't like Morphe lately, because I love Morphe. No, I loved one palette. Now I see why people say that. The eyeshadow palettes seem to be very inconsistent quality and formula wise. Absolutely love the 35B. Really liked the 35V. The 35M was okay. This one is just not where I want it to be. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye. See you next time.